This is how I felt growing up in the system. Like I wasn't nothing but a case number. Like I wasn't nothing but a paycheck. My mom had me when she was 17. Men cheated on her and she didn't know how to cope. So she would drink, and I remember I would have to grab her from outside, bring her in, make her go shower. I was taking care of my little sister. She's 3 years younger than me, so she was 4. So I'd help her get ready for school, feed her, you know, get her dressed. And then by the time like it was time for me to go to school, I was just exhausted. When I was 7 years old, my mom kicked me out. It was a sense of relief in a way. I went with my family in Hamakua. They were addicted to substances, and their type of fun was they would go out and they would look for fights. I remember my uncle coming home late nights from bars, telling me how he broke someone's orbital bone and being happy about it. I remember going to the gym and like dropping a kid and being praised for it. After I graduated, I was kicked out from my legal guardian the day or two before I turned 18. You know what she told me? I need more room in my house. That's what she needed. She needed some storage space. So I was homeless and I was just kind of distraught.
Unfortunately, a lot of our foster youth, a lot of their caregivers decide, well, we're not going to take care of you anymore. You're 18 already, so bye. That check that comes in every month, it goes away once they hit 18. It's been a really big trend that we see happening now.
Auntie Mary went out and started looking at apartment complexes. He's saying, we have this young group of young adults. They're working or they're going to college, but they have no financial history. They have no rental history. How can we partner with you to get these young adults into housing? We pay the rent. The young adult signs the lease agreement, so they get rental history now. They get financial records now.
Think about that summer for me. I went from graduating to being kicked out, being homeless, and then 2 weeks before college starts, Auntie Mary pulled through with an apartment. I just cried. I couldn't believe it.
The great part that has happened is a lot of our young adults who have taken occupancy in our apartments, they don't want to leave it. So they just take over the rent at that point once they graduate from our program, and it becomes them, and we step out and we go find another apartment for the next young adult needing housing.
My name is Julissa Dalfo. My son Jeremiah is 1 year old. He's just been the light of our lives. We don't really like to ask for help because I don't want someone to use that against me. But I know that when I ask the aunties, they're just genuinely here to help the foster youth.
She's one that's persevered through a lot. We had a severe thunderstorm, lightning. She and her infant slept in her car at one of our parks. And the next morning, Auntie Mary found out. And she came to me, she's like, boss, I gotta go get her. I said, you go get her and you bring her here.
It was just frustrating because it's like, I'm a mom, I'm supposed to be stable, able to take care of my baby, and it makes me feel kind of like a failure. I don't want to feel like that.
We know she's doing the best she can to get to where she wants to be.
We try to give them the all-around startup kit to help them to move on and transition to adulthood, because that's not something easy to do when you're on your own. We give them beddings, we give them things to clean their apartments. A lot of them needed to be reminded, check your mail, you know, how to wash your clothes, make sure your utilities are paid.
They ask for us to work hard. You gotta work hard to get what you want. So I don't mind that.
I got my apartment, I got into college, I got a vehicle, I got a job, and I was doing solid. I was doing solid for 2 years. And then, you know, something along the way kind of threw me off path, but I'm trying to get back onto the right path again. I'm trying my best.
Now when they're trying to be a young adult, it's like, I don't have anyone. So they look back at, you know, my parents gave me up for adoption, why?
I think she just wasn't ready for us. No matter what, I still love my mom.
I remember late nights having nobody, just wanting the love from my mom and my family, and just praying until I could fall asleep. She didn't know how to raise a child because she was a child herself. She didn't know how to deal with how she treated me because she didn't deal with how she was treated. I think I would have fell into dope or killing myself a long time ago if it wasn't for God. Because if there wasn't a belief in my heart that there is something greater out there, then there would have been no excuse for me to not cause havoc. My whole life, right, I've felt out of control of the chaos and tragedy. I had no sanctuary, no safe place. But when I had this was my first. Like, this is mine, of course, if I don't keep up with my bills, it's gonna get taken away from me, but I'm in control of that.
I really like that I don't need anyone telling me what to do. I love the freedom because when you're in foster care, there's always someone telling you what to do, when to do it. Since my husband will be going to the Air Force soon, I think we'll be okay and secure.
At least 90% have completed the program successfully and have moved on or continue to rent where they're renting or buying a home of their own right now.
When you raise your kids, it doesn't end at 18. To their dying day, you're going to be a part of their family. So we got to take them all to the next step because we all had someone in our life that guided us to the next step to who we are today. So we became that agency, we became that staff that continued to move this generation to be young, successful adults.
It makes my heart rejoice, giving them a fresh start at a new life, at something that is their own.
If you enjoyed this video, like it and share it. We are always posting content, so don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for helping us share change.